Hello and welcome. On guitar, extended chords are usually played with many notes omitted, so you never really hear the full chord. For example, this G9 is just 4 notes. You can hear the color of the chord. You have all the notes that matter for the G9. You have the major third, you have the minor 7, and the major 9. You just missed the perfect fifth. You can omit the perfect fifth in this case. But what if we want to hear the full chord with a guitar sound? Extended chords on guitar almost look impossible, but with a clean tone, we can actually break them down into smaller and smaller shapes to create beautiful voicings across the neck. Let's take some A minor chords as an example and build it step by step. A minor 7 is built from A, C, E, and G. On guitar, I can think of it as A minor, A, C, E, plus C major, C, E, G. So A minor 7. So A minor, A, C, E, and C major, C, E, G. By combining those shapes in different positions of the neck, I can get different voices and still have the full minor 7 color. Let me show you with a few examples. Now let's extend this concept to A minor 9, which is A, C, E, G, and B. One way to split this chord is to combine an A minor, A, C, E, with an E minor, E, G, B. So you've got the basic minor triad plus the extra color of the ninth. And again, I can play these two chords across the neck to get fresh voicings. So A minor and E minor, A minor, E minor, A minor, E minor. Let's hear it. Next one is A minor 11. A, C, E, G, B, and D. Here I could play an A minor 7, A, C, E, and G, plus a G major, G, B, D. So A minor 7 and G major across the neck in different positions. Let's try it. And finally, the A minor 13th, A, C, E, G, B, D, and F, basically all the notes of the natural minor scale. So one approach could be A minor 7, A, C, E, G, plus G7 dominant, G, B, D, and F. So A minor 7 and G7 dominant across the neck in different positions. Let's hear this. Wow, each version gives you a different flavor depending on which notes you decide to highlight and emphasize. So the trick with extended chords on clean guitar is just don't try to grab everything at once. Instead, just combine smaller shapes, triads, sevenths, and layer them into voicings that are playable and musical. Just experiment with different positions and you'll discover a whole palette of colors right under your fingers. Cool, huh? Okay, nice, but what about distortion? Ever try to play extended chords with distortion? They just collapse into noise. Because, distortion only likes, perfect fourths and perfect fifths, the power chords. So here's my trick. Split the big chord. Instead of trying to play that full chord, we just can split it into stacked power chords. For an A minor 7, I could do that one guitar plays an A power chord, A, E, a perfect fifth, so stable, and guitar 2 plays C and G, again, stable. So notice that every layer is just a power chord, but together they create the extended harmony. For A minor 7, I could do that guitar 1 plays A, E, a perfect fifth, so an A power chord, stable, and guitar 2 plays C and G, again, stable. Notice that every layer is just a power chord, but together they create the extended harmony. So A power chord, stable, and C power chord, stable. Let's hear this together. Now let's level up to A minor 9, A, C, E, G, and B. I can split it into 3 power chords, A power chord, C power chord, and E power chord. And you get this perfect minor 9th color. Stable, stable, and stable. Let's hear this together. And now the A minor 11th. A, C, E, G, B, D. I can split it into A power chord, C power chord, E power chord, and G power chord. And you get this huge full chord with this full minor 11 texture. Let's hear it. Now the next level, A minor 13th, A, C, E, G, E, B, B, blah, blah. A, C, E, G, B, D, F. How can we split it? A power chord, C power chord, E power chord, G power chord, and F power chord. Let's do it. Wow, huge sound, right? It's full minor 13th color with distortion. Yeah. Okay, guys, so the rule is very simple. Clean sound equals just split voicing across 2 guitars. But with distortion, you must stack power chords to avoid all the dissonant beats, okay? Okay guys, if you found this useful, please hit like and subscribe to my channel. I've got more guitar theory hacks and metal tricks coming up. And please let me know in the comments what's the craziest chord you'd like me to split into power chords, if possible. It usually is. Just let's go crazy, okay? Ciao.